Let me ask you this, and it's so fascinating that you have that real estate background as well. When you go and you try to tie the parking crisis into some of these other issues, like you say, be they distribution centers, be they more efficient vehicles, more efficient routing, does that sort of help push back against some of the NIMBYism? Does that help sort of get some of those zoning changes that might be needed? Because obviously one of the issues with truck parking is that sort of, well, no, I don't want the trucks in my backyard.
Sure. So I certainly think it plays a role in influencing the people, the relevant bodies or the relevant government bodies amongst the zoning boards that, hey, well, you don't want a diesel vehicle that's polluting and is noisy and idles noisily. But if you have a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, or if you have an EV that's nearly silent, in fact, they have to create audio decibels for safety reasons around EV vehicles because they don't really emit sounds. I think that maybe could help change some of the calculus amongst the zoning boards where, hey, we're going to bring clean new mobility to your city, to your county, and here's why it's going to be different. But certainly we're in the infancy of that learning curve amongst the relevant parties.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that sort of when you present what you're doing, it's a new age type of truck stop, because I think, in them, especially in the cities, when these elected officials, when these zoning boards hear truck stop, we know what the image is. That's not exactly what you guys are. And I think a lot of what the work we have as an industry is to change that image and that perception. And I think a lot of the efficiency, environmental, and tech stuff goes a long way to doing that. And I think where you come in is you're at the forefront of all of that, which is a really fascinating place to be as we sort of come out of this pandemic and into this, new, cleaner type of future here.
Certainly, and it is certainly a fascinating place to be, and it allows me to get exposed to a whole slew of new technologies, and I get to learn new things every day about how people are trying to solve this issue. And I don't think that we're the solution, by ourselves.
Right.
I think it's going to take an ecosystem, and that's really what we're trying to assemble, is an ecosystem of partners that can help solve this issue. And and yes, it is kind of on the technological forefront of what we're trying to accomplish. And I think that if people can learn about that, understand that, and realize that there's the CEO of BlackRock, I believe, said environmentalism in essence is capitalism, and I kind of intend to believe in that, meaning people are going to transition to these new fuels, and you're going to get buy-in from both the relevant government entities as well as the fleets when everything makes economic sense.